Welcome to the Lady NightHawk show, where we talk about interesting topics. And tonight we've chosen to talk about different career paths that people can take. You know, our young kids just getting ready to graduate from college, and one of my guests here said earlier that they should start earlier than what they do. I'm still trying to figure out who I am and what I'm gonna be when I grow up, but I do love doing this, okay? So this is my side job, but I love it, you know? And so I have guests that you know. This is my co-host for the night. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Miss Micah Chevalier, actress, singer, songwriter, and performance coach. And yeah, I'm co-host as well today.
Okay. So we grooming her to do that. Okay, because we're gonna have our own television station one day. We already touched on
Touch
that
and
already.
agree.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, and this nice young man that I just adopted from his mother that's sitting here, but she knows I adopt everybody, so it doesn't matter. Go ahead.
My name is James Curtis Bowers, actor, singer, writer, a little bit of directing, father, engineer, software developer,
And an ordained minister.
ordained minister.
You don't leave that out, man. We just got through Holy Week. You walk right here with you. Yeah, man, we just finished Holy Week. Ordained minister. That's a profession.
Sure is.
Ain't it? It's a profession.
I married my sister as well as one of my aunts.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you told me that you're in the marrying business, but you know, 'cause they go hand in hand, okay?
Yeah, sure do.
But I'm just glad. But that's a profession too, guys. You can become an ordained minister. You can go to seminary,
Sure.
okay? All right. And so, thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Aunt Judy.
My name is Aunt Judy. Judy Leak. I am an actress, mother, sister, friend, educator for many years, and producer, writer as well, and soon to be hosting our own production company.
We looking forward to that.
Yes.
Because I already raised my hand and she raised her hand. That we want to be a part. Did you raise your hand? You did.
She did.
Yes, you did. Because you said you was interested in the music part.
That's
right. So she raised her hand too. That's 3 people right here. Go ahead.
My name is Jennifer Reed Dinkley. I'm a radiology technologist. I do intervention radiology. I'm a mother. I also a mentor and a grandmother
Oh, okay.
of 2 girls
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay.
and a deacon.
Okay. That's right.
right.
You see? So we got our own church, we got our own production company, we got a whole lot of stuff going on in here.
At the
So,
choir.
you know, see, God is awesome because there's so many different things that you can do in life. And you don't have to really decide right now, you know, if you're in the 9th or 10th grade, but you should be kind of getting focused on kind of what you think you might want to do or want to be. And we just want to let you know that there are many people that do many things, and there's so many different professions that are out here that we can do, but we just need to challenge our children, and we have to challenge the school system to make sure that they're going through career services and don't wait until they get into the 12th grade, that they're sitting down and talking to a counselor, trying to figure out along with their parents. They need to sit down and talk with a counselor and have that conversation, you know. So this show is dedicated for that because we want you to see that there are many things that you can do. And, you know, you don't have to decide all at one time, okay? I'm saying that don't waste your parents' money if you're not sure. Go into a profession where it's a 2-year degree, okay? And then if you say, yeah, I'm gonna do that, then move further along, okay? If you say, nah, that's not what I want to be, then you do something else. Because me and James got something in common. We got almost the same degrees and certifications and stuff, you know. And I'm older than he is, okay? So I just want you to be enlightened because this is the time of the year when they get ready to get out of school, and you need to make sure that you sit down and talk with a counselor. One thing that we got a lot of financial aid that sits out there and it just sits because nobody points the children into being a thespian, you know, a production person, you know, a singer, an actor. Nobody tells them that that's money. And I don't have any, and I say this on many shows because I love this movie, but I don't have not a dime in it, okay? But it came out with a historically black college, and it was called Drumline. And they were telling you how you could get money, financial aid for your children. And that's the first movie I've ever seen that told you how to get for minorities, on how to get financial aid for your children. And it's in music, it's in theater, okay? So I know your child sit down and strums across their little keyboard, you know, at home. Well, you need to talk to somebody in the counselor's office and tell them, I want to see if he can go to such school and get a music degree, okay? Because there's money out there in music. Am I wrong?
No, you're
There
right.
is.
Okay.
I'm a product of a vocal scholarship.
So,
So
go.
it's possible. It is highly possible. Yep.
Go ahead. So
Did someone talk to you about
Talk
the
to me about it.
scholarship?
So I actually graduated from Woodrow Wilson Senior High School. I did go to National Cathedral School for Girls as well. And while I was at Wilson, though, the counselors and the music teacher, and they let us know about certain programs. And they did have, you know, back then, this was in the early 90s, but they, you know, let us know that there were things available for us. And so I went out for I applied to NYU, I applied to Juilliard, I applied to Columbia, applied to a lot of schools in New York, probably because of Aunt Judy, even though she was living back here at the time. But I also applied for schools here, you know, Howard University. At the time, there was Mount Vernon College, and Mount Vernon College for women was offering a like 75% scholarship and an opportunity to study with the Washington Opera's mezzo-soprano, Linda
There you go,
Allison.
girl.
And so I won that scholarship. So I got to study with that wonderful woman. She was so nice. But I got to study with a mezzo-soprano from the Washington Opera, you know, for a whole year. And one-on-one, who gets to do that? That was a great opportunity. There are tons of opportunities out there like that. I'm also a member of the Recording Academy, and there is something called the musicianship that helps foster kids that want to be in music. In all facets of music. And so, you know, if you can look up the musicianship and it'll pull up information on it. It's a wonderful program. So yeah, there are programs out there for kids who want to be in the arts, who want to be into music, all of those types of things. You just have to know where to look.
You have to know where to look. And also, you know, a lot in the churches, they have writing programs, okay? I mean, I know you know that. I know you know that. It's not a lot of money, but I used to tell students when I was working with career services, go out there and just Google scholarship writing. And sometimes it's just like a 75-word essay. Or, you know, and they might only give you $75, but look how many essays if you do $75 adds up, okay? Then they have some that you might have to do 300 words. You might get $250, okay? Now I'm talking about that's outside of what you get if you get a scholarship. I'm not talking about use that for your scholarship money. I'm talking about use that for your pocket money, okay?
That's book money, food money.
So, you know, check with the churches and find out what kind of scholarship programs that they have, because they do have writing programs. They want to see what your writing skills are, and you will get some money, okay? And I know one student that I talked to that years ago, right? And I told her to do the same thing, apply for your scholarship, get a music scholarship, because she was good at playing at the keyboard. Well, it wasn't the keyboard at the time, it was the piano, okay? See, you trying to maybe tell how old I am again. It was the piano. Anyway, this girl sat down and applied for anything that said write, that she found on the internet or the churches and stuff. She was writing them. She would apply for a scholarship. This girl had so much money when she got through coming through the check. It was nothing but checks coming through. You know, little checks adds up to be big checks.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
and if you and don't think that you have to be a perfect writer to write an essay. Okay, you know, just try it and see what you got to lose. Okay, and they don't tell you about that in career services. I did, but they don't tell you about it. Ask them to tell you. You know, and at your church, remind them about it. You know, so
I'm glad you focused the show around education and healthcare, because those are two of the most important aspects of us developing and growing as people. One thing I will want to kind of relate those two as well is with education, it's about exposure. X-rays is about exposure. So
Absolutely. Yes.
a good friend of mine, a brother of mine, he's also a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. His name is David Gaston. He told me once, with my son, what you want to do is, as a parent, expose your child. Now, my mother did expose me to a million and one things. I got to go to Brazil, got to go to Paris. I played the cello for 16 years. I played the saxophone for 12. I played soccer. I played basketball. I played, it just,
Everything.
And he won a science fair.
Yep.
Just saying, citywide.
Citywide science fair. I built a solar powered car in 1995.
Did you?
So
Yeah.
this was before it was
Right.
Big deal.
popular.
That's right.
a deal. So,
Yeah.
but my
They should be giving you royalties.
I know, right?
well, my thing about it is David Gaston. He told me to take your son to do something different every month.
Nice.
Learn, take a programming class, and then the next month take an architecture class, then the next month do a photography class. So,
Exposure.
and pay attention to what's available, because my son got a phenomenal opportunity this past summer, last year, to go to Japan to do photography
Get out.
with the National Geographic.
What?
And it was thanks to
Judy.
no,
Mama Judy. Sorry. Mama Judy. Sorry.
no, it's thanks to a company called Girls Inc., where
Yeah.
they sent quite
Yeah.
a few kids to Japan and other countries as well to do photography with the National Geographic. So these things are available. Like you said, you just have to know where to find them. And it's not all on the parents.
Right.
As teenagers, as young kids, you have to explore. You have to do new things. You have to tell your parents, hey, I want to try this. And as parents, then it's our job to make that happen. And there's so many opportunities that don't cost money,
That's right.
that are free,
That's right.
especially now in this age of information, that it's just, the
Oh,
exposure
yeah.
is
Right.
is
Why
there.
not do it?
Yeah.
And I spent over a decade in the IT field. But after getting on stage with this lovely woman here, and after doing A Matter of Worth, I absolutely love acting. That's what I want to do when I grow up. So,
Well, I think I'm about there too. Okay?
I,
You know, I mean, I do direct. I mean, Judy, it wasn't a big production, but I do
it was
direct,
wonderful.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
I loved it.
And I did the Last Supper. Okay. I mean, I laid out.
I loved
You
it.
know, we had everything.
I'm going to tell you, I loved from the perspective of his mother.
Yes, because
And
nobody talks about it.
and we always talk about the stations of the cross, if you will,
Yeah, I know.
from everybody else's eyes.
Yes.
And nobody really talks about
About Mary.
the mother.
That's right.
And that resonated with me so much. The mother,
Yes.
That's
because
right.
the mother is everything.
That's
Yes.
right.
Just
That's
saying.
right. That's right.
speaking on that, I just want to say one quick tidbit that if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't be able to do all of the things that I do.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
not my
You would
children.
not be able to get in the
Not even
house next
close.
week when she saw this on television
Not
if you
even
did
close.
not say that.
It
I'm
was-
telling you, from a woman's perspective, you did the right thing.
But
Okay.
I'm 100% genuine when I say it. It's
I
not-
know you are.
Not just for the cameras, not just for the audience.
That's right.
But 100% I wouldn't be able to do what I do.
She is wonderful.
That's right, and I believe
her
that.
too.
You know,
Yep.
I believe that because you have to have a person that's supportive of what you do. You
Of
know,
course.
and if they see your gifts and talents, and they know that you have all these different things, and you have accessibility, then why hold the person back? You
Right.
know what I mean? Because it's beneficial to the children as
Of
well.
course.
So this family right.
And can
I am so
and
glad
can I
you
tell you-
mentioned. I'm so glad you mentioned the opportunity exploring with the kid to find out
Of
what
course,
it is
of
that
course.
their strength
That they
is.
wanna
Each
do.
child have
Right.
a talent.
Exactly.
And there's a
Most parents now just
they don't
focus
tap
on
into it.
A cookie cutter.
sports.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all about sports.
Yeah.
The child may have multiple sports, but they don't
Right.
explore other
Right.
areas
Right.
that the child may tap
Right.
into their talents.
Because they
as
might not
well.
get a scholarship for the sports.
Right.
They can play.
Yes.
They'll put them on the team, but they're
Right.
not gonna give them any money. But
Right.
you might be able to get the money in music. You know what I mean,
Something
or
else,
theater,
yeah.
something else that they have out there. So
Yes.
don't put everything in. Oh, my son's Because look, a lot of people, when I was coming, if you were tall, like my son used to have the same problem. Do you play basketball?
play
But he does play basketball, but he's a musician,
Yeah.
okay? And so some guys would just say to me, no, before you even ask, no, don't ask me, do I play basketball?
Right,
No.
right.
I play this cello, okay?
Right.
And you know what I mean? So we don't have to just look at a person and say, that's automatically, you should be playing basketball. No, if that's not what, you don't want to play, I'm not talking about you, I don't want to play basketball. I want to do something different. Mom, please don't make me play basketball,
Right.
okay? Because
Right.
there's other money out there for
Right.
you,
Right.
okay?
So I think I'm going to say that there's a scripture that says, my people are destroyed from their lack of knowledge.
That's right.
And sometimes, because we don't know, we don't know to do better because we don't know better.
Nobody ever taught you.
Nobody ever taught you better. And so I know she's not up here with us, but I'm going to speak to my niece, Allison. And she is homeschooling her children. They have their own app. They are far beyond the system as it relates to their level of intellect and intelligence.
So
and
smart.
there is nothing that they say they want to do that woman doesn't make happen for them.
Right, that's right.
And so that is our job as parents,
That's
but
right.
that's our job as teachers, to differentiate instruction
That's right.
so that everybody has an entry point. Everybody has access, no matter where it comes from, whether it's public speaking or music or theater or computer science or radiology or medicine, doesn't matter. Every
Or the
lesson
pulpit.
in my classroom has an entry point for every thought process. And then children have the opportunity to explore their vocation,
That's right.
not an
Yes.
occupation,
That's right.
but their vocation,
Yes.
something they are passionate about.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's what's missing from the education system,
Yes.
and that's what's missing from households because there's so much stress,
Yes.
and it's missing because people don't know
No,
where to go,
they
where to look.
don't
And
know.
because of this information age, this chick over here, this just over there, she
That one that eventually
that
be
girl,
on the show.
she can
That
type
would
in
eventually-
anything and find a way. Did you hear me say her sons have their own app?
Yeah, yeah, I
they
heard
have their
you.
own business.
They
They're
have their
own gaming
11-year-olds. 11-year-old
Wow.
kidpreneurs. 11. So it's possible. And I think it's even interesting when you can explore all of the areas where you have passion. Because I was teaching the next door neighbor's child when I was 5 years old and she was 3. And then I wanted to sing and I wanted to dance and I wanted to do theater. And then I came right back and did theater in schools. And Mike Malone, who's no longer with us, said that he saw me there at school doing this play on stage and he said, "What are you doing here? Like, why aren't you where you should be?" At that time, that was where I should be.
Right.
Because those children needed another way to express what they knew.
Absolutely.
And whether it was through song or poetry, performance, a piano, didn't matter. Or even on a test, that's fine.
That's right.
As long as everybody has an entry point. And I'm going.
And everybody is different. You can't. If you have one
glad you got
child,
it out.
2 children, 3 children, 4, 6 children, all of them are not the same.
No,
They all have
not one of them.
things. So you can't just say that everybody's supposed to do the same thing.
Right.
No.
Or you got to focus on that same thing with everybody because each individual, God made us all different.
Of course.
And He's given us all different gifts. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so if we don't tap into those resources that are God-given resources,
Right.
then we missed the boat.
Of
You
course.
know? We missed
So
the
I
boat.
was going to say you got to know who you are to
Yeah.
figure out who you are and what you are and whose you are.
Because,
To
you know,
figure out
Yes.
what you're going to do with your life.
That's right.
And that's important. And I have 8 grandchildren, by the way. 8. One was born.
That's
8.
okay.
Yes.
But that's all right, because James and I decided that we wanted to do 15
Right.
different
Right.
things, okay?
Right.
Until we found the right one. That's okay to do that, okay?
Right.
But I just say the first 2 years, don't waste your parents' money.
You're right.
Go take a 2 year to junior college.
Yeah.
Right.
Pick a profession that you think you might want to go into.
Right.
And then, if that's not it, you ain't
Right.
waste that money, okay?
Right, right.
And then go into a 4-year college because they make it so easy now for you to do
For you to
that.
do that.
And you don't even have to
Yes.
go in a building You can sit at home, okay?
Yes.
We had to go in a
Online.
building.
Online.
You know, you could go online and get your degree, okay? But make sure that when you go online that the school is an accredited school.
Yes.
Yes.
Do not waste your time going online that a school is not accredited for whatever region that you're trying to get your degree in, okay?
Right.
They got different regions for different things.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure that you get the school is accredited for your region in the field that you're going into.
Right.
If that doesn't make sense to you, go talk to that counselor and ask her. That woman said this to me and I don't know what the hell she was talking about.
Right.
But she told me to come ask you, okay, because I want to know what did
Right.
she mean, okay? So I'm just saying it's so important. You know what I mean?
It
is.
Let me tell you something. I worked with Jesse Jackson on the Rainbow Coalition, okay, when he was the shadow senator. That's the church Florida Avenue I came out of. And he used to come down there and do meetings. He said, well, people don't like me. This is how I got interested in this. Because he said, I'm always trying to be in front of the camera. He said, how do we get exposure
If we're not.
if we're not in front of the
Right.
camera? Because they don't want to tell us but nothing but bad stuff.
All right.
He said, so if you do anything in life, stay in that camera. The other thing he said, be an entrepreneur. Find something that you like, that you can make, that you can make money off of. You understand? Michael Jordan, I'm sorry, I just have to say this because this has always been my pet peeve. That's why I say Allen Iverson. I kind of liked him because he made it so the parents that could afford to buy those tennis shoes, those parents that didn't have that money to buy a Jordan tennis shoe, that because they wanted their child not to get beat up in school or laughed at, they took that last little bit of money to go out there and get some of them Jordan tennis shoes. Well, Allen Iverson made it so that parents could afford to buy that cheaper tennis shoe, you know, and it was by a sports person.
Right.
So he was saying, don't fall for that. You know, don't even make your children think that they have to compete with somebody else that already got billions of dollars when they could be 5 and 6 and make their own app, okay?
Yes.
And sell themselves, okay?
And their own tennis shoe.
Well, that's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So that's why him and the NightHawk. The NightHawk used to come on and talk about political things. I don't know if
Right.
y'all know anything about the NightHawk, but
Yes.
you know, he did. And so that's why this show I dedicated is called Lady NightHawk, because I was so enthused at the time. 'Cause I was
love
in
it.
politics and stuff too, right? And the things that he was talking about that were related to us. You know what I mean? And so I said, just like you, that's what I want to do.
Right.
Not as a profession, but as my
Your passion.
thing that my passion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So you can have a passion and you can have a profession.
Of course.
There's nothing wrong with both.
Yes.
Of
But I
course.
do want to get to you so that you can tell them about your passion and what you fell in love with.
So
Okay.
can I just
Yeah.
one quick question? I want to know about I mean, of course I already know, but I want to know about our family initiative and about the
Yes.
play that's getting ready to come up.
Yes.
Just really quick.
Okay, so really quickly, we're doing at Marietta House, and for more information, 301-464-5291. It's on April 20th, and the show is called A Matter of Worth.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful reading. If you can come, we'd love to have you. But the family initiative is, we have singers,
Everything.
dancers,
Yes.
actors,
Writers.
you know, my daughter's a dancer. We have
entrepreneurs.
a daughter that does spoken word. We have all of it.
Yes.
But the thing that I'd like to see happen for our family is for us to bring all of this together and create a production company that allows people who have a passion and who have an idea and want to have a voice to have an opportunity to have that.
Now, how many times have I said that to you? Every time I see you, never say, I know nothing about that, right? But
Right.
never know nothing about it.
But judyleak.com.
JudyLeak.com. And if
right.
you're interested in collaborating with us, if you have an idea, if you want to assist with production, if you're a director, if you're a camera person, whatever it is you have to offer, we will do it together and we will create magic, because
Yep.
that's what
There
we
we
do.
go.
Yes.
Okay, so you got 3 minutes to tell us something about you.
Radiology technologist, if you're interested in imaging, it's a broad field. It's high demand. You can work in a hospital, you can work in a doctor's office, you can work in a outpatient surgical center. It's the opportunity to start out with radiology technologists. Don't get discouraged. Clinical can be a little bit tedious, depends on who you work with, but don't let that one negative stop you or let you quit. Imaging started with just regular x-ray. You can either go with x-ray, you can go into ultrasound. Now every imaging department has their own license. It's not just under, you have to be a radiology technologist to go in to do an MRI. They're done split it up, so make it real easy for individual to explore ultrasound or diagnostic x-ray or vascular imaging. But to be a CAT scan person, you have to go through the regular course. Any information you need to know, we have a license board. It's called the American ART. They have a phone number, you can Google it, American Registry for Radiology Technologists. Any information you need to know, they would have it. They have it online, you can call them, and they will tell you what to do.
And
love
they
it.
have a 2-year program that you can get your associates in
Yes,
radiology technology.
right now, hospital-based program, they're really cutting down on it. I don't know why, but just
Many of
junior
us.
college, there's private college that costs more if you want to go that route, because the junior college has a maximum amount of student that they take per year. And I find that this junior private college that does accredited by the society, but you have to go through financial aid to get that. Or if you want to go further in your education other than associate, you can finish the junior college and pursue into getting a bachelor at one of the
And
major
type in
universities.
scholarship.
Yes.
Yeah. Type in
The hospital
scholarship.
will pay for it.
Yeah.
Ally
Nice.
Health,
Yeah.
you know, you
love
start a small step. The biggest phrase I heard that is wrong, what you don't know won't hurt you, that's a lie.
That's a
What
lie.
you
That's
don't
true.
know will definitely
Yeah.
hurt you.
That's right.
You can't fail unless you try one foot in front
That's
of the
right.
other.
Yeah.
That's right.
Nice.
I love it.
And I just want you to tell her what made you fall real quick. What you fell in love with? What made you fall in love with radiology?
When I saw my first chest X-ray, I fell in love with my lungs, and I went straight into radiology.
I couldn't let you get off there without saying that. That is so profound. Okay.
I like it. I love it.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. But I'm so glad that all of you came out, because now you see that there are different fields that you can go into, okay? And there's money, but you got to go to that career counselor and talk to them. Have a conversation with somebody, a counselor, career. Don't wait till the 12th grade, okay? And start writing them letters. Go to them churches and ask them about them essays so you can get some money in your pocket, okay? And with that, I want to thank each and every last one of you. And I want to say, you know, good night. I think that it was a good mix and a good blend. And we all raised our hand for your production. Raise your hand, Jennifer. We all raised our hands.
Hands at my feet.
Okay.
You already know.
And so we thank you again, and please take advantage of what you've heard here tonight with your children. Sit down and have a conversation with them, okay? And see what they want to do. Not what you want them to do, but what they want to do. And have that conversation, not just one time, but a few times, because it might change, okay? So it's not just a one-time conversation, it's a few-time conversation, and until at least they get out of the 10th grade, okay? And then that way you have an idea of what you can do to help them focus on. With that, we're going to say good night, and we're going to wave.
Night.
We just made it, didn't we? Did we make it on
We
time?
got that. We got more.
We did.
Yes.
We made it on time. Did we make it on time, Mark?
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.